With a lot of things going on, people are going to have a lot of questions. I'm here to answer them. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer, and I'm doing a Q&A session today where I've plucked a lot of questions that have come up from social media. To me, decided to go ahead and share those answers with you. If you join me when I do this live, please go ahead. If you have any questions or anything to add, go ahead and add them below. By all means, do what you got to do and see what we can do. So we'll see what can fit. And, so it's really just as simple as can be with the questions itself that came through. So this is meant really, if you have any fitness questions, any particular questions itself, go ahead, drop them down below. So question that came in, a lot of them came in through Facebook. So came in, how are you doing with the COVID-19 situation? I'm doing okay. If you followed me for a while, one of the things I did mention is that I got furloughed from my day job for a while. Also, the gyms are shut down. That's not a given. That's not a surprise by anyone that the gyms are shut down in general. I work with a lot of clients who have anxiety, depression issues. Also, a lot of them were non-essential workers, so they're surviving on unemployment at this moment. And I went from a large amount of clients down to very few for the given moment. But you know what? This is not a time to be a pity party personality. Now it's the time to say, hey, we've done good things in our life. We've done absolutely awesome. Now's the time that we can really expand and do a lot of great things, right? We're sitting back, but now's the time, okay, here's the thing, right? People could say, you got two things. You could either do a fight or you could do a flight response. I chose to fight. You could run in fear and wait. And, I'm waiting for the day job to possibly open, but now it's no. I ain't doing that. So I am putting together a course on dieting for busy people and essential workers and people who may never ever go to a gym. How to be able to build your own diet, how to work that out, how to lose weight and do whatever you got to do. A full, complete course education that I'm working on right now. While I can't go to a gym, I can still talk about all this stuff. I can still work with you. I can still do everything. I'm also hosting free classes on social media, primarily on Facebook, but I should be doing them on Instagram Live more often, and we can. So, right now, short, just kind of making and doing what I can in order to give back and really playing the long-term game now when it comes to personal training. The gyms are going to open. It's going to happen. People say that we're never going to get back to a normal. We're never going to get back to we might not. It might be something completely different or whatever may happen will happen, but it's life. We are going to get there at some point, some degree. Question here. Sounds like you're doing the 40% rule, working on yourself as a lifelong journey. Yeah, no, it is. I am doing a lot to be able to improve myself. I'm trying to move beyond. The thing is, as I said, you could either fight or flight. I could be completely scared about this situation, or I could build up and do more. I'm going to build up and do more. I can't allow myself to be scared right now for too long. I can't allow myself to say, there goes the personal training career. Geez, I'm not going to pay this. Oh, God. Oh, see the heart's coming up there. I'm not going to do this, I'm okay. But nah, done with that stuff. I'm done. Seriously, it's over. Because we got to build more beyond that, and build beyond the terms, and build beyond what we've got to do. So, similar question came up. What is the best diet for at-homes? Okay. All right. So, it depends on what your need is for dieting. If you want to gain weight, you've got to. I'm going to give a short version of it. But if you want to gain weight, you have to obviously eat more. If you want to lose weight, you obviously have to eat less. But you have to hit a certain calorie count. Depends on how much you weigh at this given moment. Like for me, I'm 200 pounds. I am 6 foot tall, and conservatively, like my calorie count of what I want to do, obviously building the muscle, doing more, losing fat. I try to balance it. I get like 1,800 to 1,900 calories a day, and I just kind of leave it at that. Sometimes it's less, but I never go above the 1,900. There's a lot to go through with it, but I'd say for anyone, I think for this question that came in, what's the best diet at home, came in from a mom who I've known, God, 20 something years. Somebody who'd never go to a gym. Honestly, who just kind of wants to do healthy. Go for the healthiest food you possibly can. If you have to go for snacks, go for some snacks that are probably like the closest to healthy that you possibly can get. You're not gonna get a big bag of cookies. Don't get a big bag of cookies. Brian, I know you're watching. Don't get a big bag of cookies. You want to be able to get Fig Newtons if you have to, or get something that's a little closer to it, or peanut butter and celery for snack foods. But the biggest thing you want to do is you want to be able to plan your time. Plan the time for eating. Like, I get up eating, this kind of flows into the next question. If I get up, I eat some food, okay, good. A few hours later, I'm eating a banana and peanut butter. A few hours later, I'm eating lunch. Or if I'm working on something, I'm drinking a ton of water through the day, and then we eat dinner later. And, dinner is a variety of different things. But to really try to go for the most healthiest thing, like, I would avoid red meat right now. I mean, that is probably the biggest weight gainer, and we're probably going to see a lot of this during the summertime, is, like there were jokes floating around with quarantine bodies. Unless it's something like, people are like, oh, I'm going to have a steak every day. Not the best, in my opinion. Personally, I would not do it. Is just go towards things like fish, chicken. I am more pescatarian more than anything, but we see what we got to do. So, yeah. Brian writes here, like a PB&J sandwich on toast over, yes, like that. So, Brian writes here, would a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on toast over cookies, would that be, yes, that's a better choice. But the biggest thing you want to do is you want to schedule your stuff the better. Like, the more you're like, okay, like it's 2:00, it's time to eat. Or it's okay, you do that, and you have this schedule and rhythm of the diet, and you're choosing the best foods all day. Because, like, some of us who are in quarantine right now, like, I don't know, what day is it? Like, I didn't know it was Monday until I'm like, okay, I gotta put YouTube videos together for the week, and I still gotta do something. Like, oh yeah, it's Monday. Hey, yeah, Bob's Burgers is on Hulu. I gotta do that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome show, by the way. So, it's where you want to do is just find your best rhythm. Like, is your best way to go for that. Third question that came in, what is your morning routine like? Honestly, I've got to do much better. Ideal morning routines for me are get up, do a bunch of push-ups, then make breakfast. I have not been doing the push-ups for the past week, and also I've been neglecting the stretching. Really because I, like a lot of things over this weekend, I've been working on reducing my time with the news, and this period of time reminds me of the time. I don't know if anybody who was watching remembers the time during 9/11. like where we were all glued to the TV. Like absolutely just like, oh yeah, you believe this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, we're like, oh my gosh, I think we're very, very glued. Like, what is happening? What can we do? How can we do better? Honestly, our thing is, it's just like, we've got to put a routine in place to maximize the day. And for me, this is my fault. Like, I've been working, I did some push-ups today, and I'm like, okay, I did 50 today. I'm like, okay, I did that. I went and made breakfast. I did better. Okay, feel better, feel good. I feel stronger. And I'm like, okay, I think things are gonna go okay. All right, but we'll see. We'll see. But it's really just find that rhythm again. That's the biggest thing. Fourth question came in. What are your thoughts on water? Okay, I answer this question a lot. 1 gallon every single day is the best thing for everybody. I think we've got to drink more than what we usually do. A lot of people drink this, and this is actually a very large thing of water, but this is the equivalent of about 2.5 regular bottles of water you could buy at a gas station. And it's not really a lot. It's not really like, because water is probably one of the most important things that you've got to have in your body. Besides obvious foods and stuff and things, we want to be able to grow and do more. That's really that. So it can help lose weight. It can help be able to be able to feel better, help you balance your body out a lot more. Take a lot of the clotting out that might happen, or reduce the salt that's in your body, relax you more. There's a whole laundry list of things, and that's really it. So like it's super important. At least a half gallon every single day, but we're hoping for a gallon. Like work your way 64 ounces, which is this bottle itself is 42 ounces filled right to the top. So this right here is 24 ounces. So you do this, about a bottle and a half of this at first, and then you're fine, and then do a little bit more until you reach 3 bottles of this. 3 bottles is 1 gallon, and that's really how I aim to do it. So I've been doing that for a long, long time, and hopefully that'll help. Now, that's really about it for this one. This is a generalized Q&A. If there are any other questions, certainly go ahead, put them down now. Otherwise, we're going to be ending this video, and I'll do this probably about once a week, hopefully on Mondays, and, we do the best we can. So, I think I see one that came in here. So let's see. What is a good way to start developing a much better routine at night by not going to bed so late? Okay. So this is actually a really good question that came through here, actually just learning how to be able to display these. A good routine, when you start developing a night routine itself, you also have to develop a good day routine. The next day that you're going to do, like if you have a job that you really absolutely love and say, hey, this is absolutely awesome, I love this place, and you get in and your boss is like, okay, we got a great important meeting, very first thing, and I need you to be there. What are you going to do? Like, okay, good, boss, no problem. You're going to be excited. You're going to be great. And that's at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're excited and you're good, you're not going to be asleep at 10. You're going to be in bed maybe by 10 o'clock that night. You're not going to be up till 1 o'clock in the morning. You're going to prepare and you're going to do very well. Like, you have to be able to plan the next day. I would say really that is your first major step. Once that's in the right spot, then you can do much more. Like, then you can say, hey, I'm feeling good. And, when things are really not that important, you just kind of go through every day lackadaisical, and there's no plan, there's no mission, there's nothing to do the next day. Your night routine's going to fall apart very, very easily. Especially now, where days kind of blend together. Like, I know, for the most part, like the couple clients that I do teach, I end up teaching on Friday night and Saturday over here. And when I get them, I'm like, okay, I've got to be able to take, like, one, I have 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And I'm like, okay, I got to make sure by 10, everything I've done in the morning is good. So, like, I got to be sure that I'm free because at 11 o'clock, I got to be ready to go. And you've got to be good. So, keep that. The second thing you want to do when you develop a better night routine is you really got to get that rhythm going. Not only planning the next day, but planning something. Like, you have this general rhythm. Like, what I do at night, I have a very difficult time sleeping or getting to sleep on time. So it's like I'll go in the bedroom like maybe 10, 11 o'clock. And then I'll wake up, like maybe, or, I'll still be on my phone or something. But I'll put a podcast on and I'll put the timer on for about 15 minutes. And it'll be something very calming, like Nick Offerman talking, or somewhere somebody's telling a story that's really easy. And I'll just listen to that and zero in. And before you know it, I'm out. Like, I'm out, I'm good. But I usually plan, if I need 8 hours, like, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've got to be in bed by 9 because I know I'm going to have like an hour where I need to like get unwound and be done. And keep your phone away from you as much as you can. Away from the internet as much as you can. Because having a screen in a dark room this far away like this alerts behind our eyes and opens up our optic nerves and makes us feel that we're much more awake than we are, which is why when we try, like, okay, we put the phone down, set the alarm, put the phone in the charger, and we're like, all right, why am I not asleep? What happened? Like, journal yourself too if you have to with a pen and paper. Don't journal on your phone. Just do something and you're like, okay, then you're feeling good, then you're fine. Then you're good. All right. So that's about that now, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end this now. As always, we climb, and you have yourself an amazing day, and we'll see you soon.